This thing. Hello, everyone. Glad to have everybody here that made it. Alrighty, let me get myself situated a little bit. Okay, this live here, um, as you know, if you've been following me, you know I have eye surgery, so I'm having some eye issues that I'm working with. But you know, just like old moms, I'm a trooper. I'm gonna troop right on through it. She used to say, getting old is nice, but it's just so daggone inconvenient. So I'm going through the inconvenient end of it right now, but God is good anyhow. So this is what we got here. I hope you all can see this, what we're going to be doing here. Some of what we're going to be doing. Because I have a trouble pulling in light, but we're going to get this going. Okay, this is what I got here. I said that PICK-3, why the rundowns and the workouts don't work by themselves alone, because they're not made to work by themselves alone, because they are basically based off of consumption, guesswork, because they don't use all of the 1,000 numbers to win. Now I know I'm grabbing the bull by the horn with this, but that's okay. Change don't come because everybody agrees. Change comes because there's a disagreement. Or we wouldn't have cars and airplanes and boats and lights overhead. People has to see things in a different way. But that's good, and it's normally when that happens, it's the best man wins. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I look at it. When there's a disagreement and everybody can't agree, the best man in the end will win. So that's the way I'm looking at this with this PICK-3. I Hey, flipping Snoopy, how you doing? The best man to win. I hope you all can see this shadow. It looks like I got a little shadow here. Uh, okay, but the best man to win, and what it is, I've been tracking these numbers for 30 years, playing for 30 years, and studying for 30 years, and I used the tic-tac-toe, the date sums, the grids, the flips, the mirrors, the multiple different rundowns, and every strategy that I could use to be a bigger and better player. But it just wasn't happening for me. It got so bad. I got in such a hole that I lost my home, my car, my job almost, and my wife. Almost lost my wife. But you know, I figured some things out. I said that something is missing, and I realized that it was that I wasn't tracking all the 1,000 numbers, which is factual data, and that I was trying to do something that is practically impossible to do, is win with more than 2/3 of the numbers missing and not knowing what was going on with them. So that's when I put together my own strategy, which consists of tracking all 1,000 numbers, which is factual based data, using the law of average and the law of probability of when the numbers would come by tracking the actual 1,000 numbers and applying them. Because I wasn't getting there, like I said, with the tic-tac-toe, date sums, grips, mirrors, and all those other strategies of methods of winning out there. You just can't do it because that's only a third, or looking at the third of the 1,000 numbers using those methodologies. So what I did, I said I would put a system of my own together, tracking all 1,000 numbers, and that made me a bigger and better winner. Okay, so and that's what I'm introducing. I've looked over and over in YouTube, and there's nothing like the PICK-3 at a glance strategy because I created it. Nobody's showing anything like I have on my channel because I'm going against a grid on this, and I'm grabbing the bull by the horn. And like I said, there's going to be disagreements and things like that, but proof is in the pudding. I have winning tickets. I won in the last 2 months. And anybody want to argue with me, we can mate up with what they're doing and what I'm doing. Just ask them the last time they won and take it from there. And if they got proof of it, some things work, but more consistency and more that you can depend on is tracking the actual 1,000 numbers and knowing what's going on with them. And you can't do that with any other system that you can do on paper that I put together, like the PICK-3 at a glance strategy. Okay, so what I have here, the reason why I say this, you have 1,000 numbers. And those 1,000 numbers, all those numbers are random. You have people debating that. That shouldn't even be a debate. There's no way, no rhyme or reason anybody knows, not even the lottery knows what one of those 1,000 numbers are going to come out unless they're cheating. And then when they do that, I'll quit, period. When they start picking the number that comes out, then it's not a random deal then. They'd be just like Eddie Tipton. He broke the lottery for millions of dollars. He stole millions and millions of dollars from the lottery because he was an insider. He was security over the software that draw the numbers. In 2000, he came on board with Iowa Lottery. And from 2000 to 2015, this man stole millions of dollars from 5 states on the lottery. So I became a student of Eddie Tipton. I studied everything he did, anything they printed up about him. And I learned that his system was applicable to my system. Only thing, I'm not an insider where I can pick the numbers, but I can use the law average to my advantage to know what best numbers to hold on to and to play and build a bucket list of those numbers that I carry. Eddie Tipton, he could pick the numbers, certain numbers, the way he wanted them to go, but he couldn't do all the numbers. He narrowed the numbers down to 200 that could narrow down, and then he could wait for the law average to line up, which was May, November, and December, and that's how he stole millions of dollars. And he had a syndicate of people, 40 or 50 people, that he would give them the numbers, and they would go and play, and they won millions and millions of dollars. You can read about him, the Eddie Tipton story, all right? And on YouTube, there's not much even being said. They don't really want us to know that the lottery can be rigged, and it can be rigged. So play this for what it is. Don't play it out of need or greed. Play it for fun. I play mostly for fun, but I win along the way, and those winnings, satisfy me enough where I can continue to play. But if you playing out of need or greed, back off of it. Go to my channel. I have 1,900 videos explaining the PICK-3 at a glance strategy, all factual based beta strategies from day one that'll let you know how to get into the winner circle and know why you in the winner circle. Let you know when you playing a number, why you playing a number, how long to play it and get off that number. You can't do that with the tic-tac-toes, the date sums, the grids, the flips, the mirrors, and all the other different methodologies out there, because most of them are made up by people that's used doing their own thing. So they're hard to teach you and show you how to use their systems. Because when I put my system together, it was hard for me to understand at first until I got it down pat. And then now I can share this system with anybody. You can ask me any questions that you want about the PICK-3 at a glance strategy, and I definitely can answer it. And I can teach this and explain it in less than an hour to anybody. So this channel is basically for the heavy hitters. I don't give numbers out to no states. I don't post 30 numbers and say that look for it for your states. I don't do that. I know what it takes to win, and it's going to take you doing the work and not me. I can help you get there with what I know and through my videos, but if you're looking for me to give you a number for your state, this ain't the channel. This ain't going to be your channel. You're going to have to go to, there's thousands of them out there that'll charge you money and all kind of things to give you numbers. This ain't going to be that channel. I'm state specific for Illinois evening draw. I can do any of them, but I do evening draw because I'm a night person. I can't do midday because I don't get up early enough to win. But I do win middays. But I got my strategy to win, and then it don't work me hard. But most of my players on evenings, Illinois evening draw. For the simple fact, when I play a number, I know why I'm playing an evening. If I give you a number, if I do give you a number to play, I ain't going to tell you to play it midday and evening because I don't have to. If I give you a number to play midday, I'm going to play it midday, and more than likely it will be in midday. If I tell you to play it evening, it's going to be evening. Midday, it's going to be evening. You'll win evenings. When somebody tell me that I got to play a number, any number that they give me to play midday and evening, I'm figuring that they're using that methodology when they really don't know when it's going to come, midday or evening. Or in Texas now, if they tell you to play all draws, that's 4 draws in Texas. That's what you get when you're using that methodology strategy. But when you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers, you know what you're doing. You're not guessing what you're doing. Okay? So the difference between those two is one is pretty much guesswork. The other one is factual. You have to remember that. So if you doing the tic-tac-toe, the date sums, the grids, and flipping the mirrors and all that, you're not getting what you need to win. Because it's 300, you got 1,000 numbers. You got 365 days in a year. That's all you're going to get is a third of those 1,000 numbers. And if you ain't tracking those other 635 numbers, you don't know what's going on with them. And you can't strategize. You can't build a skill set. You can't determine what numbers are best to play. You can't determine what numbers to pick up. You can't determine what numbers to drop if you're not tracking all 1,000 numbers. And this sheet here that you're looking at is the PICK-3 workout sheet that I put together. Okay? And how to use it. I took 22 numbers to put this sheet together. Here's the 22 numbers. You can screenshot it. I ain't afraid to teach people what I have. I want to get us in the winner's circle so we can stop chasing all these numbers every other day trying to hit, and that ain't how it works. Okay? Here's the 22 numbers. These 22 numbers here. There's 12 of the single numbers and 10 of the doubles. And what I did the 1-1 rundown on these 12 numbers, which I call base numbers. These numbers are the base numbers. Here are the doubles. It's 10 of those. Okay? It's 10 of those, and they'll make up 270 of the doubles, and the singles make up 720. Reason being, when you do the 1-1 rundown on the singles, each one of these numbered columns are 60 numbers to a column. Okay, I don't know if you, I hope you can see. Let me move this over a little bit, see if you can see the rest of these numbers. That shadow, I don't know where that shadow coming from. But you can see, maybe I need to get it a little bit more here. That shadow, it came right back. Is it me? But anyway. But these are the doubles. It's 60 numbers to each one of these columns. 12 times 60 is 720. So at a glance, with 12 columns, you'll know what's going on with 720 of those 1,000 numbers every day while you tracking these columns. Here are the doubles. They only come 3 different ways, so it's 10 of them, so that'd be 30. But you have your triples, there's only 1 column there, and they only come 1 way, so it's 10 of them. So 9 times 30 give you 270 doubles at a glance you can track and always know while you plan those numbers. Hey, Pepsi, good morning. And track all those doubles. Here, you got your 720, your 270 again, which gives you, see how that is, that gives you 990 numbers that you'll be able to look at. And then you have the 10, which gives you your total 1,000 numbers. 1 in 1,000 odds. That's not going to change. Just like that's not going to change, the law average is not going to change. It gives you a small percentage of an edge, but it's the better edge than anything else out there, because you can track the actual 1,000 numbers. Okay? And here is the workout sheet. I hope, maybe I'm just seeing this blur. Maybe y'all ain't seeing it, so I ain't gonna worry about it too much as long as y'all can see the numbers. Okay. Hey, Teresa, good morning. So here's the columns out of the 22 numbers. Each one of these columns represents 60 numbers, which gives you the 720. You can see all right here. So when a number come in, you find it off the column. All right? When the number come in, you find it off the column. And then you can mark it off. Everything's in numerical order here on each column, so they're easy to find. That's why you have to be able to track track the PICK-3 at a glance. Makes it easy for you to track the actual 1,000 numbers. I know some people getting a little confused from getting emails and comments about how it works. They still a little confused. So I'm gonna show you a little bit here how it works. Let's try to simplify it. 012 is the first base number. All the numbers on top are the base numbers. Okay? All the numbers on top are the base numbers. So I'm going to do the 012 as a demonstration. There's only one rundown that you have to learn that you ever have to worry about using, is the 111 rundown. Okay? And we're going to do the 012. What you're doing is say that the 012 is the winning number that came in for the day. You're going to do the 111 rundown on the 012, and you're going to go 1 to the 0. 1 to 1 is 2. 1 to 2 is 3. 1 to 3 is 4. 1 to 4 is 5. 1 to 5 is 6. 1 to 6 is 7. 1 to 7 is 8. 1 to 8 is 9. You draw your line. 1 to 9 is 10, but you don't use the 1, you use the 0 on the right hand side, and you put the 0 here. In lottery math, you want single numbers. You add 1 to the 1, you get 2. 1 to 2. 1 to the 2 gets 3. 1 to 3 gets 4. 1 to 4 gets 5. 1 to 5 gets 6. 1 to 6 gets 7. 1 to 7 you get 8. 1 to 8 you get 9. 1 to 9 again you get 0 or 10, and then you're going to just get 0. And 1 to 0 you get 1. All right? Same number at the bottom you get at the top, you add it correctly. Same way here. You're going to add 1 to the 2, you're going to get 3. You add 1 to 3, you get 4. 1 to 4, you get 5. 1 to 5, you get 6. 1 to 6, you get 7. 1 to 7, you get 8. 1 to 8, you get 9. 1 to 9, you get 0. 1 to 0, you get 1. And then 1 to 1, you're going to get 2. Same number about time. So you would stop here because basically, if you was to keep going, nothing would change. It would just repeat the rundown numbers here. See, this 012 is your base number. All right. So, the 012 is your base number. See how every one of these is in numerical order? Now, what I would do here, by being the base number, say it is the base number that came in, because this 012 can come 6 different ways. It can go 012, it can go 021, it can go 102, it can go 120, it can go 201 or 210. All these numbers can come 6 different ways. That's how you get the 60 numbers. Because each one of them, and you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's how you get your 60 numbers. So let's say, so this is the base number off of column number 1. So let's say for instance, the next day, and you want to find the next day, let's say 798 comes in. Oh, I think I put that in the wrong spot. Let's say I ain't gonna be able to erase that. Wow. I'm gonna skip it. Let's say 798 comes in. And you do the 1-1 rundown on that 798. That's the only one you got with. This base number will always be in that rundown. Any of the base numbers will always be in the rundown. Say 789 come in. So let's do add 1 to the 7, you get 8. 1 to the 8, you're going to get 9. 1 to the 9, you're going to get 10, but you just use the 0. 1 to the 1, you get to 0, you get 1. 1 to 1, you get 2. 1 to 2, you get 3. 1 to 3, you get 4. 1 to 4, you get 5. 1 to 5, you get 6. And 1 to 6, you're going to get that 7. Same number at the bottom, you got at the top. Same here. You're going to add 1 to the 9, you're going to get 0. And you're going to count straight down. 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Same number at the bottom, you get top. So then same here. You add 1 to the 8, you're going to get 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See that? Now, this base number will always be in any rundown. Any of these base numbers, I'm using a 0, 1, 2 as an example. But whenever unless it's the base number itself that comes in, like this 012 did, if it's the base number itself, then you just mark off the base number. But right here, any of these, if the number itself don't come in, one of the numbers will always be in that rundown. Might not be in the same position as the 012. But let me show you here, because you go down here, you find the base number, but it shows as 021. This is the one, the number that came in. You find this as the 021. So you would go to column 1, which is the 012, and you'll find the 789. See here? And you just mark it off or circle it. Bam, you're done. I hope I didn't confuse nobody too bad. Okay, welcome everybody that's new on the channel, that's coming. Appreciate you. So You're always going to find the base number in any rundown that you do, unless it's the base number itself. Then you would just go to the sheet and mark off the base number for the base number itself, like so. Okay. So that's how you would track the actual 1,000 numbers. Now, trying to think here if I'm going to do. Now, once you get your sheet done, every month you'll do your sheet. You're going to do a monthly workout sheet. At the end of the month, as you mark off, see all these numbers I got circled here? This is for January. I know what numbers hit for the whole month off of what columns. Okay? This is how factual based it is. I'm not guessing what I'm doing with the numbers. I know what numbers hit. And then I know also for the whole month of January, there was one column that it didn't hit off of on the singles. And that's column with the 014, which, you know, if you count the columns out, it'd be 1, 2, 3, column 3. Did not hit for the whole month, the 014. So now I'm not guessing. Now, when I go into February, these are basically my 10 numbers that I'm focusing on. This is no guesswork. I know these 10 numbers did not hit. Or if I had another column that did not hit at all. These are the 20 numbers I would be looking for going into February. Working with the law of average, the numbers play catch up with themselves. This for Illinois. This would be for Illinois, some state specific for Illinois. And that's how, okay, this works on any state because this sheet is set up for the actual numbers that you're tracking for your state. Okay? Now, that's how that works. Right now for Illinois, I know that for the whole month, this column did not hit. So these are my numbers that I'm looking to play, you know, if I can play them. Because as you play, you're building a bucket list of numbers. But like I say, OPPB, be organized, be patient, be persistent, and stick with a budget. Play responsibly. Okay, as you know, the lottery is set up for you to lose and not for you to win, so you have to play at your own risk. But I know where I'm going to get my numbers. I'm not doing a tic-tac-toe grid or those other multiple methods to try to figure out what numbers coming the next day. That really is not going to get you where you need to be alone. You have to track the actual 1,000 numbers and see why you would be playing any number. Okay. Now, here, strategy number 2. Let me go here. Is what I use to track the single pairs. I think I'm going to back up a little bit here because I think I might be confusing you all and confusing myself if you're new coming here. Let me back up a little bit, put something else together here. And it's the same way on the doubles. The same way you would know what numbers didn't play for the doubles using the same method. And any of the numbers that columns that don't hit Like here, I know that this column here for the doubles didn't hit. So I'm not guessing what numbers I would be looking to play into the following months, because working with the law of average, the numbers will play catch up. And you'll see that when you start tracking your actual 1,000 numbers for your state. See here? There's 033. All the rest of them pretty much hit. See? I can at a glance. Oh, here's these two here. But the 055 just hit this month. The 772 came in the Illinois evening draw last night. See what I mean? How the law average catches up with itself. This column did not hit at all in January. But then it hits right off this month, off the bat. No guessing what numbers to play. So if you had picked up this column here, you'll hit. If you'd just played this column, these 10 numbers. And we know no triple failed last month at a glance. So no triple fail. And I know that this 033 didn't fall. See, I know where I'm actually getting my numbers from. This works for all states. This sheet, this strategy works for all states. If you go to the moon, it'll work. And you're playing PICK-3. Anywhere in the world. Okay? So at a glance, I know what columns and what numbers I'm going to look at playing in February. And not only with numbers I hit. In January, I hit 3 times. On average, you're going, with this here, working with the law average and being realistic, anybody telling you they're hitting these numbers every day or every other day or all that stuff, beware, be leery. With my system, even with this strategy, I hit 4 to 3 times a month. But it's not, I don't worry about hitting, it's how you play the game to win. As long as I'm hitting large enough, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll know what numbers you betting on. And the only way you're going to know that is knowing what and why you playing whatever numbers you playing. You have to know how to play the game. The other strategies only have you playing the game, because they ain't showing all the 1,000 numbers. They can't show you how to play the game if they ain't showing you all 1,000 numbers and how to win the game. You can't do it. I don't care what they do. I don't care how many methodologies they come up with. If it ain't including all those 1,000 numbers, you're playing a loser game. You can't know when to get, like I was playing triple eights in December. They didn't come in, which is cool. I already knew I was working against the law average because 4 triples failed for the whole month already. But I still hit the 885, the 884, the 880, and I still hit the 988. So I wasn't worried about that. I knew I was already working against the law average, but it was a better chance than not that them triple eights would fall. And I carried them into January. So now I'm backing off of them and go back to my strategy that I normally use for playing triples. And that strategy is I don't play triples at all year until the end of near November and December at all. I don't play them at all, period. Because by that time, I know enough about what triples I'm going to play. And the only way I'll play it if no triple has failed at all from that time on. If no triple has failed from January to November, December, then I'll look at playing triples, period. Other than that, I don't mess with triples. They're too hard to hit, and you only get 3 times out of a year on average that they come. So I don't mess with them in that manner. And it's only way they have to come straight for you to win. Then you got your doubles that comes 3 times, so there's a lesser chance of hitting them. And then you have your singles. Then there's another time. But I really don't mess with triples. But when I do play them, I hit them 9 out of 10. Because I just did enough study and build a skill set to hit them. Okay, I did hit the triple sixes. Most of the triples they did play last year I hit. But I don't mess with triples pretty much at all. Yeah, but once you build your skill set, you pick up how to win triples. and doubles. You'll pick up everything because you'll be looking at everything to play. Now this for heavy hitters now. Now I ain't saying you got to play every day, but you should play, play regular enough to win. And you'll know when to play. You'll know how to play if you're tracking the actual numbers. And then I have and once I've tracked the data, I start a new sheet for February, and I transfer what columns did not hit on the new sheet. So I'll know to keep my eye on them columns to play. The actual 1,000 numbers. Like this. See all 1,000 numbers at a glance. You'll know what's going on with them. These are the workout sheets. No tic-tac-toe, no date sum, no grids, no flip, no mirrors, no mop, none of that. Because it's all right here in front of you when you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. So you do a workout sheet for every month. See, this is my December sheet for 2024. Then here's my January sheet for 2025. Well, thank you. For 2025, okay? Now, every month you're tracking. It's going to come so easy because you're going to be able to find the numbers, see what they're doing, and know why you're playing them. It's going to come so easy to you once you start using it. I mean, I got 1,900 videos. You can make paper. I started all on paper. I did all this on longhand. Once I made a sheet, I went to the copier place and had them make me copies. So I only had to make, these one sheet. They ain't nice and neat like they are now for you. But you can I can email you, PDF them to you, $25 for the workout sheets. You go make the copies, or if you got a printer at home, I have a printer at home, just print them out and you're good to go. But you do a sheet every month and you follow the numbers every month. And you watch the law of average do the work for you instead of you having to do the work. Okay? Now, I'm gonna do a I just kind of changed up my system a little bit here. But I'm gonna do this so we can I'm gonna stay on target a little bit. 772 came out last night, but that came off this, remember I told you came off the doubles, off of column number 5 on the doubles. And there it is right here, 772. Now the good thing about this sheet that I can show you, most of the numbers that come in, they come in mostly right off the sheet, the way it is. Now, but like I say, it's your strategy. Your number's gonna run different in your state. So you'll pick up on it rather than falling exactly like off the sheet here and see it played that hadn't played. That's why I had the arrow. I go and find out what columns hadn't failed. And then for February, I would have highlighted this, but I wasn't at home to do that. So I'm just kind of catching up, and here it came to 772, which is cool because that wasn't one of my numbers I was playing anyway. But I knew the column was due. You can track them all, but you can't play them all. Don't put yourself in a bind trying to play all the numbers because you won't have to. You'll see what's going on with them. You'll believe me. You ain't gonna spend all the money you've been spending playing all them numbers trying to catch them and not knowing why you was playing them in the first place. Believe that. Okay. 772 came in Illinois. This would be my new sheet for February 2025. Let's do that. February 2025. I'll make this the new sheet. For 2025. Oh. Oh, I did that there. All right, that's going to be for February 2025. And what I would have did, like I said, highlighted the numbers that haven't came off, but this is a new sheet here. I said the 04 was a column that hadn't come off, hadn't hit anything, had hit on it. This is what I do when I set up a new sheet. I'll just show you all. What is? This is what I do when I set up a new sheet. I see that though. I know the 04 didn't hit. Remember, didn't hit for the whole month. So I usually do a little arrow down here, let me know that column didn't hit. I did it right, didn't I? Because I cannot see. Yeah. Okay, now, also, let me go to, I'm going to show y'all what I do. I'm going to show you how to set up the sheet. I go there, and that's the only column that didn't hit for the whole month of January. Okay. Now, once I do that, I want to see what pairs didn't hit. Let's see. I did. I'm sure I caught this up. See here, this sheet here? I hope y'all can see. I hope you can see it. Can download the historical data. You can download, if you have that available to you, you can do it that way also. But doing it on paper to me helps to stick better in my mind. But you can't do the historical data. But me, if I ain't got my computer or something goes down or something, I just like grabbing my sheets of paper. But I guess you could, I mean, if it works, it works. Whatever works for you. Yeah. Historical data, if you can get it for your state. Now, here are the single pairs. So what I look at now to see what pair didn't fall. Like here, like I see that the 01, the 09 here didn't fall. Then I'm gonna mark it off on the new sheet that I'm starting. I'm gonna underline it, the 09 for that column. Then I'm gonna look to see on this column what didn't come in for January. I see it's the 17 and the 19 didn't come in. This is factual. So I'll mark off the 17 and the 19. Then again, go to 22. I see the 24 and 25. Is that right? 25 didn't come in. I did it. 27, 29. Oh. Let me see something here. What do I do with that other sheet? Hold on a minute, y'all. I got to check something to make sure I'm right on that column. I'll be right back. I have a bigger sheet that I do the strategy number 2 on. Hope y'all can see it because that thing. Okay, see here. Okay, so I know that the 25, the 27, and the 29 didn't hit on the pair. So is that right? 25, I think 27. I hope I didn't miss. But double check yourself on this Illinois. And 29. 24, did I mark it off? 24 did come in. I didn't mark it off on this one. I've been trying to keep two sheets, and I think I missed not transferring the data. Okay, so I'm pretty sure these are right. Because this guy, remember, this is for January. I know the 227, that 772 came in. See where that 77 hadn't hit, and it picked itself up. See, like I say, working with the law average, you can see what's going on with the actual numbers. That 77 didn't hit. I mean, this 27 didn't hit. And it picked it up because it came 772 just last night. See what I mean? Now I'll mark that off on my other sheet for February. And let me check this column here now. See, everything hit on this column. And see this 5-5 didn't hit, ain't hit in over 60 days. This is what I mean, tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. Ain't hit in over 60 days. Or better, probably gone on 90 days now. I think the last time it fell was in July. It came 558. If you go back and see, that's how you know you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. That's how you get into the be a bigger and better winner. Not guessing these numbers. Everything else is guesswork, y'all. And we got to get off of that because we're making it harder than what it needs to be. Just track the actual 1,000 numbers for your state. Then when you get in start making the change, just bless the channel as the channel bless you. That's why I don't do groups. I don't do none of that because if I got to do all the work, I wouldn't be here. I ain't gonna do it just because I know what it entails and how these guys are putting up numbers for all states and say play for this state and all that. It's off of patterns. It's not off of tracking the actual 1,000 numbers because they can't do it. But you can. That's why I don't do that. Because if that's what you're looking for, then you're going to have to go to another channel. Because I know I ain't going to shuck and jive you. I ain't shucking and jiving you here. I ain't going to be putting up 30 numbers and then take credit for it when it hit a state. Like I had something to do with that. I ain't going to be able to have nothing to do with no number. I can put up 50 numbers. It got to hit a state somewhere. Okay. We got to stop playing that game. That's their game, y'all. We playing. We need to play our game. And that's tracking these actual 1,000 numbers. Watch and see. You'll see. Because the way these numbers going to rotate in this state going to be totally different way they rotate in your state. You might can't bang them 5 days in a row because the numbers are lining up for you playing with the law average. But you can't line them up if you guessing what numbers to play. Can't line them up if you're guessing what numbers to play. And all the tic-tac-toe, Dave, Son, flipping mirror, and all these numbers is all guesswork. All guessology. That's what they are. And anybody else want to argue with me about that, have at it. And then they want to say, this is guesswork. No, this ain't guesswork. I just told you the 5-5 ain't being out, right? That ain't no guessing. That's some knowing. I just told you that 72, this 27 didn't hit last month, just hit last night. That ain't guessing. That's knowing. And then the 5-8, did it fall? No, it didn't fall, so I'm going to mark it off. See what I'm saying, y'all? I know what's going on with the numbers. I ain't guessing what's going on with these numbers. And the 5-9, it didn't hit. And then you know how to use the numbers. You know how to play your numbers. Like I say, you know how to play the game and not letting the game play you. You know how to play, not let the game play you. I'm telling y'all. You'll see. Okay. Then the 79 here. It didn't come in either. Okay. And then the 99, we know it didn't come in. All right. So look at all them doubles that came in last month. That's different. You know, I just don't see that many hit like that. Now here, like right here, this 5-5, I usually mark, like I'll put up here on this 5-5, I'll put like 3MO. That means 3 months, almost 90 days that this number ain't came in. So when I win, I'm definitely playing double five something if it don't come in tonight. But my eyes on it, that's going to be on my winning numbers list for me, for my specific state. Yep, for my specific state. Not because none of them numbers going to run the same in all the states. That's how everybody missing. And they trying to use all the different patterns, find a pattern, and go back, see if that pattern matches, and study. You can't study nothing about this if you ain't studying all 1,000 numbers to win. What you gonna study? A pattern? A flip? A mirror? A tic-tac-toe? A grid? And they got about thousands of them out there? What you studying? You have to study the actual 1,000 numbers, and this is it. You can study 5-5 ain't been in 90 days. You can study these 10 numbers here didn't hit last month. And if they don't hit next month, you can study this column here ain't hit in 2 months. You can study this column here ain't hit in 3 months. You can't study nothing else other than that. You just can't. You playing the game instead of letting the game play you. Because you know, okay, 90 days, I'm finna hop on these 10 numbers right here. And by the time you study, you'll probably know the best way to play them 10 numbers. The front pair, back pair, single pair. That's why I'm checking the pairs off now on this new sheet. To know, like I said, let's see. This was the January. Okay, that, like I say, and then when I do my new sheet, I'll transfer everything that didn't get marked off on the new sheet. I think we got them all now. Yeah, we did the 79 and 99. Okay. Now this is, like I say, my February sheet. Now I need to go down, like I did. I checked to make sure. Oh, let me go back here, because I can see better with this one. Okay, we checked, we marked off the, and yeah, this is a little work, but it's gonna pay off in the long run. Okay, so we had the 9 we marked off. Column 2 we had the 17 and the 19 that didn't come in. The 22. So we said that the 25 and the 27 and the 29. The 25, the 27, and the 29 didn't come in. Then we have here the 33 column. All of those came in last month. See, this ain't guessing. You know them didn't come in. Let's go to the 44. All the 44 came in last month. All those pairs. We know the 55 didn't come in. That's the one we got our eye on. It's got almost 3 months out. So I'm definitely going to pick those up. When I decide to pick up, when I hit, I know where to go get my numbers from. 90 days out almost. Okay, so we know that the 55 is the only one didn't hit on there. Okay. The 66 column, those pairs came in. The 77, 77. We know the 79 didn't come in. 88 came in, both came in. And then we got the 99. See there at a glance. Now, when I start marking off for February, I'll know what numbers pairs that came in already as I'm circling. So I got my eyes on the pairs that can come in. So when I hit, say I would have hit this 772, then I would have definitely rolled this 5-5 pair, this 5-5 down column. 550, 551, 552, 553, 554, 556, 557, 558, 559. I don't know if I'm seeing everything. Um, I don't have my other tablet with me. Sheets for research. Sheet for research. Yeah, the sheets is for your research, if that's your question. I can't really see all the questions right now. But I'm gonna upload the video. If you want to go back, put your in the comments because I say my eyes. I got an assistant that will read the comments and give you back the information. Okay. Now, so that's set for. Then now I see what numbers didn't fall. This is strategy number 2, and I want to see what numbers didn't fall in what position for January. See, now I want to see what numbers didn't fall in what position. Strategy number 3 for January. So now I see that this whole column hit. So I don't mark anything off or underline anything on the front. Then in the middle, all these numbers played for the middle. No guesswork. I know that they did by looking at this sheet here. I know that they didn't fall. Okay, and let's see what come on in. Look like the 5 didn't hit and the 9 didn't hit on the end. So I'll underline the 5, let me know at a glance that it didn't hit in January. So if I'm playing a number with a 9 in it, like 915, I'm going to make sure I play it as 159 because I know that 9 could possibly fall on the back end. Or 519. See what I'm saying? Or if I'm playing this 5, the 5 here on the back, if I'm playing 512, I'm going to make sure I play it as 215 or 125. See what I'm saying? This is how you play the game and not let the game play you. This is how you play the game and not let the game play you. Because you know what the numbers are doing and how to use the numbers. Okay. Now we got that one done. And then I have the 4th strategy, front pairs and back pairs. This is how you play the game, not let the game play you. Strategy number 4 is on the other sheet here. The game playing you if all you're using the tic-tac-toe, date zone, 3 is flips, and all those multiple different guesswork strategies. This strategy number 4 for the front pair and back pairs. This is the annual sheet that I do for the front pairs and back pairs. Okay. So we had the 812 to come out for the first of the month, and I already marked it off. The 80, the 81, and the 12 on the back. These numbers are the same, top and bottom. Top and bottom. Just good common sense to track the front and the back pair of the number. So I got the 81 marked off for the year, and I got the 12 marked off for the year. Then you had the 772 to come out. So now I go up here on top, I mark off the 77, and I mark off the 72 on the back. This is data based. Now, this is how I play triples. The reason I was playing triple eights in Illinois is because 8-8, using this sheet right here, but it's going to be other strategies you'll be able to implement using tracking the actual data. The 8-8 in Illinois evening draw had not fell on the front all year up to November. It only played on the back one time uh, in January for the whole year. For the whole year. Okay? That's why I was playing. And then it didn't play for 3 months. The 8-8 pair didn't play for 3 months at all. That's why I was using the triple eights, play the triple eights. But I was playing the 8-8 pair period all the way down in December. I was playing the 880, 881, 882, 883, 884, 885, 886, 887, 888, 889. Because the likelihood of those triple eights being in part of that bunch was great. But I hit the 884, I hit the 885, I hit the 880, and I hit the 988 in November and December. Well, I hit the 880 and the 988 here in February, and 867 also. Like I say, 3 or 4 times out of the month I'll hit. But it ain't. It's how you play the game to win, depending on the amount of money that you play and how you play. For ABLZ, yeah. So this is how you play the game instead of the game playing you, y'all. Got to start tracking them. You'll get them. You'll get them, believe me. And you'll know why you got them. And then you'll know where to go get your next set of numbers. If you build a bucket list off of this, and you will build a bucket list, because you'll see the best numbers to start playing. Now I'm off the 8s because, like I said, I knew the potential for them, but it didn't materialize, which I ain't mad at them. I did good with the 8s, but I didn't get the triple 8s. But I'm off the 8s because I played them for 2 months, and that's all I'm going to give them. Then I go back to my strategy of if pretty much the way I do my triples, like I said, I use the front pair, back pair strategy, like I told you with the 8s, and because they hadn't played, and I knew they hadn't played, just in January, all the way up to December they hadn't played, or the front on the back, and then for 3 months they hadn't played. You'd be crazy not to play 8s. And that's the stuff you'll see with your numbers in your state. They will not be like my state. North Carolina midday. Okay, let me see if I can see what's going on here now. Let's see. Oh, you waiting on? Yeah. Midday. Okay. Okay, lottery post. Yeah, that's good. I think lottery posts do, but you got to pay for it, right? But once you do a year's back data, you won't have to pay for any of that historical data back, because you're only going to need to go back a year, and lottery post gives you that. But like you say, if you're using a sheet, you can do that. All right, family. I think this is going to be it. Appreciate everybody joining in today. Have a blessed day, and always OPPB. Be organized, be patient, be persistent. Stick with a budget. And thank you, Bielsa. And everybody stick with the budget, play responsible. Hey, y'all gonna get them, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I can see it now, man. Y'all gonna kill them. Tracking these numbers with this system. Oh, y'all gonna get them. They ain't gonna know what hit them. I hope they don't start setting the numbers. On bet any sports? Okay. I have. I'm just. I'm in Illinois. I'm kind of leery of anything that ain't got some government backing, cause they go under just like what is it? 5 dimes went under. Nah. I don't know what happened with this 5 dime thing, so I don't. I ain't there. Oh, 30. Oh, good. 30 days out. Okay. Yeah. Okay. 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 I think only one I would do a 30 days out like that if I wanted to would be triples because I would bet on them like that. 30 days out I would do a triple if I didn't know if I, like I say BLC. That would be probably the only one. All right, Frampton to come make that money out. Peace and love. God bless. And if you're tracking, you'll soon be packing the lucky town.